Hi, I'm Heather Bichkowski, and I'm here with my friends today to talk to you about a fundraiser we're doing. It's called Drive for Your Community, and we're doing it to raise money for the Challenger Learning Center. Now, I myself am very excited about this project, and my friends are going to tell you a little bit about themselves and why this is important to them as well.
Hi, I'm Sarah Barrette from Barrette FORD in Swanton, and we're excited to do this fundraiser for a second time to help support the Challenger Learning Center and what it's going to hopefully be doing for our community to support adults, kids across the state in educating technology, science, and Ford wants to be involved because of our in-vehicle technology, hands-free navigation, and we can do that through these low-pressure test drives where people can earn $20, or the Challenger Learning Center will earn $20 for every household that test drives a car, which will only take about 15 minutes out of your day.
And there's no pressure, right?
No pressure.
No pressure.
It's all about riding around.
Hi, I'm Mary Wood, and for the last 2.5 years I've been involved in some of the local fundraising efforts to support the Challenger Learning Center. This is one of many learning centers that is proposed to be built in Swanton, which will draw from all of Vermont, northern New Hampshire, northern New York, and southern Quebec. So building partnerships with businesses, schools, and other community members is vital to the sustainability of the project, and we're really important to have a partnership with the Barrette FORD to allow this to happen. So we're excited about this event and looking forward to extending partnerships with many people throughout the state.
And I'm Dick Thompson. I'm a member of the Board of Directors, 115, of the Challenger Learning Center, which is a real significant step forward, a venture to promote STEM education in the state of Vermont, and that's science, technology, engineering, and math. And we've heard the governor talk about STEM education. We've heard the president talk about STEM education. It's the new education buzzword, and we're right in the middle of our capital campaign. So this project, to echo what Mary said, we're just so pleased to have this partnership with Barrette FORD and let people participate in a real low-pressure adventure.
Now, Mary, why are sponsorships so important to the community in the Challenger Learning Center?
One of the reasons I became involved in this project was because after being an educator in Vermont for so many years, I realized that it's really important to excite our kids about learning and to really get them involved in the community and to build that relationship with other community members. I've been really disappointed that I've seen some of the really students that I've worked with leave Vermont because the technology and the educational opportunities haven't been here for them in the area. So I think this is really exciting because now we're going to see opportunities where students can apply that knowledge that they've learned in school when they go to the center, because the center will have simulators that are built by NASA, which will allow students to be able to see the importance of applying that knowledge that they have. So partnerships and getting other community organizations and businesses involved is going to help sustain that relationship and build that facility so that's going to be something that can be a lifelong experience, not only for the children in our community, but for businesses that have employees and employers that want to have that experience. So it will only make their businesses stronger.
Absolutely. And I feel it's also important to mention that the Challenger Learning Center is completely privately funded. This isn't government funded. We have to raise all this money on our own to help boost our community. And that's why it's so important that we get out there and drive for a community. And it's a great opportunity that Ford has offered us to kind of help us help ourselves a little bit. Sarah, tell me more about Drive for Your Community. What kind of activities are going to be going on there?
It's very low pressure. It's fun. You're going to see your friends and your neighbors there. There's a lot of vehicles on display. There'll probably be 7 or 8 different vehicles, different sizes, different technologies that people will be able to test drive. There'll be someone from Ford on hand to answer any questions people have about current technology, what Ford has in the works.
I love the gadgets. I went last time and I had such a blast telling the car what radio station to go to. It was so much fun, and just to see what kind of innovations are going on.
It's really interesting what you can do with your car now, and a lot of people were surprised at our last event.
Yeah.
But it's really low pressure. You show up. There's some paperwork you fill out just so that we can get the money from Ford.
Yep, really short.
You go on the test drive. You come back. You kind of fill out a review of your test drive.
Yeah.
And you hand it in, and that paper is basically $20 for the Challenger Learning Center.
And it's great. There's coffee last time.
Yep, we've got food,
some
we've got
refreshments,
t-shirts,
there's prizes. Who doesn't love? I got some little miniature flashlights for my kids. Yep. Oh, they're so excited.
And we're going to have some other displays on hand that
there's another surprise
Dick can probably talk about.
Yeah. You want to tell us about that?
One of the presents, TDI, which is a truck and equipment repair facility in Swanton. They're going to be on hand. It's owned by Herb Bartamy, and it's in our industrial park on Babby Boulevard, which is just off Route 78. And they're going to be there. They got some special things they're going to be doing, and Mary can tell you a little bit more about that.
Yes, as I had said earlier, extending our partnerships and making those connections with businesses and other educational foundations and stuff around the state, it's very important. And we are very fortunate to have TDI partner with us this year for the Drive for Your Community project. And we like to have opportunities that really catch people and get them excited. And one of the things that we have found is technology is everywhere now. And so as part of that, what we have linked with the TDI is they have race cars. And so what they're going to do is they're going to bring their Winston Cup trailer over and set up a display. We're going to have 2 race car drivers there that day, and they're going to sign autographs, and the students will get to go through their trailer and see all how technology can be applied to the new racing activities. We also are really fortunate. What Herbert's going to do as part of his presentation is he's donated a raffle for 4 members of your family to go to Airborne Speedway with the drivers the day they race. You'll be able to go to their seating box, have hamburgers and hot dogs and refreshments, and then they'll even take you down to the pit so you can experience the whole race car experience. And so we're going to be doing a raffle for that as well. If you test drive a car, you'll get a free entry into the raffle. Otherwise, we can do a raffle sale for $10 a ticket for non-drivers. But we really want to promote the fact that the connection with Barrette Ford and to have the TDI relationship as being part of that. So we're really excited again this year to expand that partnership level.
That's great. There's so many different things that we can look forward to. Prizes and fun with your friends, and a chance to win an awesome trip with your family. Now, Richard, you went on a test drive last time. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience?
I did. It was a lot of fun. And as Sarah said, we started out by filling out a very short form, which is essentially, as I recall, asking your impression of Ford Motor Company, the vehicles, how they compare to other vehicles. And then it's a pretty short test drive. I think I went from Swanton Central School, turned around at Boucher Farm Equipment, came back, and then completed the form. Part 2 was pretty much now what's your impression of Ford, how do they compare to other vehicles that you're familiar with. and then had some refreshments and picked up some of the goodies. Baseball had baseball caps, T-shirts, and it's a joyful day, and I'd encourage everybody to come out and do it. And by participating and having that fun, it earns $20 for every test drive for the Challenger Learning Center. And I think last year we raised $2,100, and I think based on our experience last year, seeing how much fun it was, how low pressure the whole event was, I think we're going to far exceed that this time. We can earn up to $6,000.
Yep.
So, and Barrette FORD threw in an extra $400 to give us a $2,500 event. So it's very worthwhile for a very worthwhile event.
That's great.
And we do have an added challenge for people. If you bring 10 people to the event to test drive a car, and they test drive a car, your name can be submitted for a $100 gas card, sponsored by St. Marie's in Swanton. So we're really getting people to step up to the challenge.
Absolutely.
And I think another important thing to encourage your friends and neighbors to come, because Ford donates based on different address. So if you need to have different addresses come, not just 4 people in the same house to get the $20. So let your friends, neighbors, mothers, fathers, cousins, and you don't have to be from Swanton, you can be from anywhere. Just like the Challenger Learning Center is going to support people for the state of Vermont, northern New Hampshire, northern New York, and southern Quebec. Those are the same people that can come out and support
Absolutely.
this fundraiser and help us to raise some money.
That's a good point. The Challenger Learning Center is for everyone in the area, not just for Swanton.
That's right.
And not just for St. Albans. It really reaches out on a farther level for greater education for a lot of members in our area.
Yes, because we have the possibility of drawing for about 160,000 students. Because there's K through 12 in the state of Vermont, there's about 85 to 90,000 students. And so then if you draw from those other areas, certainly it will increase that potential. So the fact that this will have some type of an input or an impression on so many students is really important.
Absolutely. I think it's also important. Still to this day, a lot of people don't understand what the Challenger Learning Center is exactly. It's not just for children. It's also for adults too, and there can be team building exercises. There's so many different opportunities. Kids can do field trips, but also it's not just about showing up, but there's also learning in the classroom that can also enable these children to get excited about science. And I think that's what we really need to do as a leading, we need to start leading in education and kind of, focusing more on what we can do to get kids excited about education.
Yes, because part of the Challenger Learning Center experience is they will take that team of teachers that are working with students that will be going to the simulator. Mm-hmm. They will take them and they actually do a teaching training session for those students and teachers. And then the people from the center actually go right into the schools and will be working with the students and the teachers prior to going to the simulator. So it's kind of like a 6-week experience that that those students will have. And with younger students from K through 3 and K through 4, they actually go into the classrooms and do the prep lessons for them so that when they become 5th and 6th and 12th graders, they'll have those experiences and that training that they need, the prerequisites to building those skills for the use of the center as well. So it's kind of a total educational experience for children from K through 12.
Absolutely. It's also really important to understand that we can't do it ourselves to raise all this money. We need help from other businesses in the area to kind of think outside of the box. Ford's done a great job of thinking, well, how can we support this great educational center here? And they found a way, and I'm sure other local businesses could find another way to kind of support themselves and also support their community. And I'd really love to see some more businesses kind of get excited because the Challenger Learning Center is coming, and it's a great opportunity for everyone in the community. It's not just, you know, I don't know.
Well, certainly for it to be successful, it has to be a state effort.
Absolutely.
And so we're looking for people outside of Franklin County, even outside of Vermont, to really become involved in this, because it is a statewide initiative. And just as we as young children were so excited about the space exploration and stuff, that's what really raised the interest in students in math and science and technology in the schools.
Yeah.
And what the difference is that technology is not just in space anymore. The
That's right.
technology
Everywhere.
and the science
phone,
is everywhere.
car.
It's when you bring your car to have your car repaired. It's when you go to the hospital to have an operation. We know how much technology has changed those experiences. And so we're not just building and promoting the science, education, and technology and engineering for space exploration. We're exploring that so that it's in our everyday life. So it's more important now than it was 20, 30 years
Absolutely.
ago for the space exploration. And the Challenger Learning Center is just using the space theme because that's what the Challenger families, that's when the people died from that experience, they didn't want a monument. They wanted an opportunity to reach out and teach people about those important things. So that's why my passion is there, because I want to be able to create and build an opportunity for children to learn and apply that knowledge.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and I think that's why we want to be involved too, Heather, is because not only will students benefit in the school, but all the businesses in the whole community are going to benefit
right.
when these kids get excited about science, technology, and math, and they are hopefully going to stay in the state, you know, once they graduate and get involved in our businesses, because technology is everywhere. I mean, we use tablets to diagnose cars now. You know, your car talks to you now.
Absolutely.
It's everywhere, and it's only a benefit to us all to start at an early age and get them excited about it.
And I think that knowing that there is an educational in place community, people will gravitate to open businesses here more with technology, knowing that there are people that are excited about the
If we have
future and technology.
A workforce that already has that
Workforce,
basis,
that's
they
right.
don't have to train them. They've already started that in school.
right.
It'll just make us that much more attractive.
That's right. It's important to think about how this affects many things, not just those that go to the school, but those others that are helped and supported by this big business of educating and helping our youth and our adults too. Like I said earlier, it's important to remember that there's team building activities for businesses in the community, and just anybody could do a team building exercise, and it's a great opportunity. Where is it going to be located again?
It's going to be located on Precision Lane, which is the side street from Robin Hood Drive, and that's at the lighted intersection, traffic signals in Swanton, near Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, yeah,
McDonald's.
yeah.
If you're coming in from the east, you take a left on Robin Hood Drive, right at that four-way intersection, and it's the first left off Robin Hood Drive.
Very good. I know where that is, yeah. So it's a great opportunity for people living, well, it's right off the interstate, so people are going to be able to come from all over.
Be visible
and
from the interstate.
And visible from the interstate, so people can just hop off and stop to get a bite to eat and go to the Challenger Learning Center. And this isn't the first Challenger Learning Center. There's quite a few others in the area, or in the United States. We're just one of the last ones to be built.
We'll be one of 45. There's 45 now.
There's 45 now.
What's the
There's-
closest one?
Closest one is Framingham, Mass, but there's one under construction in Schenectady, New York. So that'll be the closest one, about a 2.5-hour drive.
And how are they received in other states?
Well, my understanding is they're booked at least 6 months in advance. They're
Wow.
very, very popular.
Very busy.
There's 400,000 students every year that are educated in a Challenger Learning Center, and there's about 40,000 teachers that are trained to teach the curriculum at the Challenger Learning Center. So it's a very popular thing.
And it's pretty versatile too. Don't they do overnights and camps?
Ooh.
And
They do a summer. They
Summer
do a
camps.
summer camp, and certainly it would depend on where the
Interest.
people are coming from and the different levels and the different age groups, because their curriculum is based on K through 12. So each grade level they have a specific curriculum that they teach.
Well, that's really neat. I love this Drive Your Community. I think it's going to be a really successful event, like it was last time. Who could resist with so much wonderful possibilities? You get to do something for your community. You get to raise money without paying any money. You get prizes, you get food, you get to see all your friends, and you get to see what's new. I know a lot of us have smartphones, and we're really excited about gadgets. That's my word for it. I know it's a little old school, but I love gadgets, and it's really fun to drive these newer cars and see what it is, what our future is. It's kind of neat. And I drove the C-Max, and I was really surprised how fuel efficient it was. I can't remember how many miles per gallon. 47 miles per gallon,
Yep.
and that was on both highway and
around town.
slow-mo.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was pretty excited about that. I hadn't heard of such great gas mileage.
Yeah, it has a lot of zip too.
It does. It has get up and go is what I called it. When you say go, it says, all right, let's do it.
Ready to drive.
Yeah. It's not like creeping along. It's very quick.
Yeah.
Not just cars now, I drove the pickup.
Yep.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
There's a truck.
So there's a truck.
Yep. Truck.
And then there's
cars,
gonna-
SUVs.
SUV.
We'll have
Yep.
almost all of the lineup there.
Yeah, there's quite a few to choose from.
Yep.
And it was a busy event, and it was fun. I did have to wait a little bit for the
We will
C-Max because
answer any questions. We won't try to sell you a car.
Yeah.
We're just there to give information and support the Challenger Learning Center.
absolutely.
And we'll have people there so that your children can experience the race car.
I do remember
and get
that.
their autographs.
Yeah.
And
But there's a little. They were coloring pictures last time, right?
last time we did some science experiments with
Ooh.
rockets, and
That's cool. I didn't bring my kids because I thought it'd be easier
Yeah.
to not. But
so bring your kids.
maybe next
and
time.
They'll have
them
things
get
to
a
do.
race car driver's autograph and tour the truck, and so it'll be exciting.
the
time
race
for
car will
them
be
too.
very exciting for the kids, I think.
Oh, yes.
And it should be a bit warmer by then.
April 13th,
April 13th.
9 to 2.
9 to 2. That's a Saturday, right?
Yep, Saturday.
And
And we'll stay later if more people keep coming.
there you go. Show up right at 3 o'clock, guys. Well, that's really exciting. The race car, I think my kids are going to get a kick out of that. That's new. That wasn't there last time. And just definitely, it's a great opportunity for you to get out and help out your community in an affordable way. Does anybody else have anything they wanted to?
Well, we have a lofty goal of $2 million that we have to raise with
So we
Challenger
do have
Learning
quite a
Center.
bit more to go.
We have quite a bit to go.
Yeah.
And if you can't drive, we'll accept a contribution. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's right.
Glad to accept any contribution.
Yeah.
And we also have teams of people that are willing to go and talk to organizations about the Challenger Learning Center and businesses. So if you're interested in speaking with us, certainly you can go on our website, challengervermont.org, and make contacts with people, and we would love to have an opportunity to tell everybody more about the center itself.
Absolutely. It's a great event, and it's a great thing to raise money for. I think it'll do a lot of good for our community, and it's something that we're all passionate about. And I just want to thank you guys for coming to watch our show today, and I hope that this inspires you to help us make a change in your community and our community. I hope to see you on April 13th from 9 to 2, and we'll have some refreshments together and check out the new technology of Ford with no pressure. Have a good one.